like to know the pathogenic fungi. So those which can infect skin keratinized superficial layers and appendages. What are the appendages of the skin? The three. Two, sorry. With the skin will be three. The skin appendages of them will be the nail and hair. These are appendages of the skin. Dermatophytes are of three genera. These genera, Epidermophyton, Microspora, Trichophyton. Just simple name, we are not going to go into details. We are going to speak about dermatophytes in general. Other superficial fungi also will be discussed, also pathogenic and important. The subcutaneous tissue, the fungi that infect the subcutaneous tissue, the sporothric, mycetoma, and the chromoblastomycose. So mainly our talk will be about dermatophytes regarding the skin, superficial layer, keratinized. Identification of dermatophytes. You know the fungi زي الخيوط. سبتيتد مقسم. هذا خيط هذا خيط مقسم. Septated. So this thread or like that, okay, is septated. This thread is called a hyphae. بلغة الميكولوجي تسمى hyphae. And these hyphae are septated by septa, مقسم إلى septa. You can see the picture here. Septated. And they carry macroconidia and microconidia. Macro and micro. These are the spores of fungi. You know, bacteria has got a spore. The spores of fungi are called macroconidia and microconidia. Right? So we are talking about hyphae, septa, and macroconidia, microconidia. The basis of identification will depend on the macroconidia. These macroconidia are anamorphic structure, that is to say, asexual structure, and not the teleomorphic in other type of organisms. The fungi are slowly growing, not like bacteria. Main bacteria, which are rapidly growing within 24 to 48 hours. These fungi, they take weeks to grow in culture. And they can grow at temperature, not like bacteria, preferably at 25 degrees centigrade. They can also grow at 37, but mainly they can grow at 25 degrees centigrade. مختلفين عن البكتيريا. And the main medium which is used, there are many media used for the cultivation of fungi. But the most important is called saboroid agar. Remember the name, saboroid, very famous name. If you go to the lab of hospital, they will tell you saboroid agar. Saboroid is اسم عالم. You can see this is a fungal infection of the skin. It's ring-like, زي الدائرة. That is why it's called ringworm. And also can infect the appendages, the hair. You can see the hair, how it is infected. Inside the hair and outside the hair. This condition is called a black piedra. I will come back to it. So just to show you how these fungi infect the skin and appendages of the skin. This table, I want from it one thing only. You can see we said dermatophyte are microspora, trichophyton, epidermophyton. Microspora can infect hair and the skin. Trichophyton can infect hair, skin, and nail. 3. Epidermophyton can infect only the skin. That's it. What I want from this table is this, that microspora can infect the skin and hair. Trichophyton, the 3. Skin, hair, nail. Epidermophyton, only the skin. We said there are other superficial fungi. Malassezia perfra. I said probably funny names to you in the beginning, but you will be familiar to them. It has yeast form, يعني زي الخمائر مكورات, maybe mycelia, and can cause skin infection, and the area to be infected is from pink to brown. Malassezia perfra هذه ربما قسم منكم عندهم هذا المرض. يصير على شكل دوائر فاتحة أو غامقة في الجلد، خاصة بالظهر. This is called Malassezia perfra. Very common بالعوائل موجودة، يعني بالأطفال بالكبار، هيك دوائر فاتحة وغامقة. راح أشوفكم صورة إليها. And then we will speak about the Trichosporon cutaneum, which is white in color, and Piedra horti, which is black in color, that we have seen it on the skin. Other subcutaneous fungi, Sporothrix, we will speak about it. And then the other that I have mentioned them, Mystoma and other. Dermatophytes, I said, slowly grow, infect the skin and appendages. Their names vary according to their location and according to their pathology. They may cause erythema in the skin, induration, يعني بروز, induration, itching, scaling, scaling يعني فشور, scale. The most common is the ringworm that we have seen it. This is the ringworm على شكل دوائر. And the name why ring? Because it has annular shape, diarrhea. Pathogenesis, infection by what? By hyphae, الخيوط, and by conidia. Conidia هي السبورات تبع الفنجا. called conidia. بلغة الميكولوجي تسمى conidia. Okay? Can cause a break in the skin. And then the fungus produce proteinases to digest tissues and then cause infection. There is a special protein called lyse M that can mask the fungi from immunological response. Lyse M. يعني كل كائن حي له مقدرة على الدفاع عن نفسه. الفنجاي أيضا لها مقدرة على الدفاع by masking itself by lice. The outcome of this infection, there will be fungal growth, desquamation. Desquamation يعني المنطقة التي تصاب تتقشر، يصير فيها قشور نتيجة الانفكشن والdestruction. There will be poor inflammation for a long time. That is why fungal infections usually are chronic infections. مو acute زي البكتيريا يومين ثلاثة أربعة وتروح. No. It stays for a long time. If you get a hair inside the hyphae, this is the hyphae, and you get hyphae inside it, the hyphae will break down into small pieces. The hair will break. These are called arthroconidia, or broken hyphae. And these will represent the spores of the fungus inside the hair, which are called endothrix, and outside the hair, which are called ectothrix. So endothrix and ectothrix. شو هذه الاندوثريكس والاكتوثريكس؟ broken hyphae that تشوفوها بالصورة. These represent the spores. Now, the manifestation, the fungal infection could be inapparent. لا يظهر للعيان، مو واضح. يعني إذا مو واحد عنده خبرة ما يقدر يعرف أنه there is fungal infection. It can vary from inapparent غير ظاهر للعيان to chronic disfiguring يشوه الشخص. يعني من إشي بسيط إلى إشي destructive. The disease are named according to the site. Okay? Tinea capitis from the word capitis. Capitis, what it means? Skull. Tinea pedis, the feet. Infection of the feet. Athlete foot. شو هو الأثليت فود؟ القدم الرياضي. يعني الرياضيين من يلبسون أجزاكم الله الأحذية الرياضية ولفترة طويلة مويستشر يصير بين الأصابع فانجل انفكشن. هذا الشيء يسموه شو اسمه هذا؟ أثليت فود اللي هي تينيا بيدس. كلمة بيدس باللاتيني قدم يعني فود. تينيا مانيوم hands. Tinea cruris at the groin. Tinea barbi اللحية. Tinea anguium nail. And Tinea corporis in the body, generally in the body. Please, these names, you have to be familiar with them. If we ask Tinea pedis, you should know it, the food. Tinea barbi, it means the bird. Tinea, the word tinea, it means worm-like, elevated. It's not a word, بس تسمية قديمة جاية من قبل 150 سنة. فكانوا متصورين في البداية أنه worm هذا قبل ما يكتشفوا الفنجاي. فاسم قديمة. Hair infection, you could get papule to scaling and the broken hair. في بعض الناس خاصة الصبايا من يتكسر الhair or broken hair, it may be fungal infection. Tinea capitis, look at it. At the scalp we say. If you put ultraviolet on the area, on this area, ultraviolet light, which is called in medicine Wood's light, you can see the dermatophyte apparent here, show fluorescent light. So, wood light, dermatophyte, gives a fluorescent emission. How we diagnose? First of all, and the principle of diagnosis called the skin scraping. What is the skin scraping? You take a scalp like that, يعني شفرة. ذكرنا أن lesion دي scale. فالشخص الفاحر كان سكراب scale يقشرها. And slide beneath it, the slide, so you can see the picture here, the slide and the scalp. And do skin scraping. Then you put on it KOH. Why we put KOH on the skin scraping? Because to dissolve the keratin. We are dealing with the keratinized skin. Tamam? Then we put KOH to dissolve the keratin, and then we can see the hyphae and the conidia. Why KOH? So we call it KOH preparation. You can see it. These are the hyphae, these are the conidia with the hyphae. Or you can use immunofluorescent or a fluorescent technique. المادة اللي مضيئة بالميكروسكوب like calcifluor white. مادة تصبغ الفنجاي اسمها calcifluor white. And you can see with the calcifluor the fluorescence of the fungi. You can see septated hyphae, and the hair shaft may be broken, arthroconidia. Okay? We can use ultraviolet lamp, زي ما شفنا بالصورة, which is called Wood's light. Dermatophytes show the fluorescence emission. Culture. When we do culture, if KOH is negative, we do culture. If you suspect fungal infection. يعني إذا هو عادة ال KOH فحص جيد نستعمله في المختبرات وفي المستشفيات بكثرة يعني. ولكن إذا negative, we go for culture. Recently, PCR for the skin and the appendages, like nail scraping. ملاحظة صغيرة ذكرتها قبل شوي. شو هو الأثليت فود القدم الرياضي؟ Scaling and splitting of the skin between the toes. The fungus can enter through these macerations. Maceration يعني الخدوشات. And moisture. تعرف واحد أجلكم الله بنلبس الحذاء الرياضي لفترة طويلة يصير رطوبة بالرجل. رطوبة مع ماسيريشن تخش الفنجس. واضح؟ Treatment, it can resolve spontaneously. The immune system can deal with them. If not, you can use topical medicine like terbinafine and azoles. Azoles, miconazole, ketoconazole درسناها العام الماضي. أنا أعطيتكم إياه مع الأنتيبيوتيك. Okay? So remember, terbinafine and azoles. Nail bed and extensive skin infection. Nail bed الدراجز الميديسن ما يخش للنيل بسهولة لأن صعب دخول الأدوية للنيل، فنحتاج فترة أطول ونحتاج systemic use. So systemic use of crizofulvine, itraconazole. You may use also oral and topical terbinafine and keratolytic agent. شو هو الكيراتوليتيك agent؟ مو حكينا أنه السكين كيراتينايد، فأنت تحتاج لك مادة شوية to dissolve the keratin حتى يخش الميديسن، يخش الدراج. أكثر مادة مستعملة لهالغرض كيراتوليتيك agent اسمها وايت فيلد اوينتمنت، موجود بالصيدليات هون في أردن، اسمه وايت فيلد، 8.5 ليرة، كلش رخيص، يعمل keratolysis of the keratinide material. Okay? The treatment may extend weeks to months لأنه بصعوبة these drugs can enter into the skin and appendages. Of course, general hygienic measures. الشخص لازم يتعلم على النظافة والوصية بهذا الشيء. Now we come to another condition called pityriasis, tinea versicolor. هذه اللي حكيت لكم عليها، غامقة وفاتحة. These are common in tropical and temperate climate، في الأجواء الحارة، الشرق الأوسط. Okay? Areas of hypo and hyperpigmentation. أشوفكم صورة نشوف هاي المكانات. Hypopigmentation. There are areas of hyperpigmentation. You can see the hyphae and you can see the gonidium. This is called what? Tinea versicolor. Versicolor يعني متعددة الألوان. شي منه غامق، شي منه فاتح. Versicolor. Okay? It can be seen areas of hypo and hyperpigmentation plus induration يعني هيك بروز and scaling. شو معنى scaling؟ قشور يعني المكان فيها قشور. Mainly on the trunk and arms. Their color vary between pink to yellow to brown, versicolor. The cause is Malassezia fever. So if you see this picture, and I ask you what is the causative agent, you will say to me Malassezia fever. So we do skin scraping. You see budding yeast and hyphae. These are the budding yeast. You can see the buds, budding yeast, and hyphae. Now, if you don't detect them, you can do culture in lipid enriched, which is for yeasts. Culture we can do. If KOH is negative, we do what? We do culture. Tinea nigra. من الكلام من الاسم نيجرا، نيجرا black. Negro. Okay? Negro. Also, common in the tropical area, you can see brown to black macular lesion. Macular يعني دوائر. Mainly on the palm and sole. في الكف وفي القدم. نشوفها. هذه الكف لاحظها. Black in color. Little inflammation and little scaling. The cause, this is the important thing, Hortia vernecti. If you see this picture, what is the cause? Hortia vernecti. So you can see black to a brown pigmented septated hyphae. Diagnosis, skin scraping. Culture, you will find yeast and a slowly growing hyphae. بيدرا. الصبايا يعرفوا البيدرا. بيدرا زي الحبيبات تطلع على الشعر، خاصة بالفيميل. قسم منها الحبيبات لونها أبيض white. It's called white petra. وقسم منها أسود. It's called the black petra. Now, this is infection of the hair. You can see the hair here and the white. And this is the black petra. The black or white. The white petra is caused by Trichosporum catenium. وإذا تريد بس تحفظ Trichosporum عن بارك الله فيك، ما مشكلة. Infect the shaft in hyphal form. The black Piedra horti. Horti اسم عالم تراها. Okay? And you can see branch hyphae and endothrix. الصورة الأولى اللي شفناها endothrix and ectothrix. Sporotrichosis. The causative fungus is called the Sporothrix shinki. Sporothrix shinki. دكتور كل هاي الأسماء, believe me, if you read them one or twice, you will be familiar with them. Sporothrix shinki, شو هذا السبورothrix؟ واحد يشتغل بالحديقة، فلاح مثلا، فارمر، وتجي فريك من غصن شجرة، من نبتة، من إشي، وبعدها تبدأ الفنجس تدخل ويصير عندها انفكشن. هذا called sporotrichosis. Dimorphic هذه الفنجس. شو معناتها dimorphic؟ It can grow at 37 and 25 degrees centigrade. It's called dimorphic. Cigar-shaped yeast at 37. And hyphiconidia at 25 degrees centigrade. Conidia of hyphae at 25. Cigar-shaped yeast خمائر at 37. كونيديا موجودة على الكونيديوفور. شنو هو الكونيديوفور؟ حامل الكونيديا. كونيديوفور. These Sporothrix shinki are present in the soil, are saprophyte. شو معنى saprophyte؟ تعيش يعني في مكانات الانفايرمنت، في الحديقة، في الفارم، في الشارع، في أي مكان. And introduced into the body by trauma, as I said, spring. So it is occupational disease. In gardeners, in farmers, miners, شو الماينرز؟ يعني عمال الفحم الحجري. It is zoonotic infection also. Can be transmitted from cat. So Sporothrix is present around us in the soil, in the organic matter. This is the clinical capsule. It begins if one of the organism Conidia introduced into the subcutaneous tissue by, for example, prick, jarrah. Okay? thorn prick. شو thorn prick؟ thorn يعني من النبتة هذه زي الدبابيس. Okay? Enter into the area and then begin to cause a slow inflammatory process and follow lymphatic drainage and cause superficial ulcers. And we will see a picture for it. Pathogenesis and immunity, Conidia and yeast bind to extracellular matrix, can cause acute pyogenic and granulomatous lesion. Pyogenic يعني pus producing. This fungus has got melamine, which is a defensive mechanism of the fungus, can resist the oxidative killing by macrophages. And then the spread of the disease along lymphatics. The organism is scanty, few organisms we see in the lesion. The primary immune response is cell-mediated, of course. In fungal infection in general, cell-mediated immunity is more important than humoral immunity by antibodies. Manifestation papule. In a few weeks to a few months it becomes ulcer. The lymphatic channels become thick due to inflammation. And then we get pustular lesion. What is pustule? Pustule lesion with pus. It's called pustule or pustular lesion or nodular lesion. Ulcer occurs when we get chronic inflammation. Deep infection is rare, very rare, I can say. In the bones, in the eye, in the lungs, in the CNS, rarely spread systemically. You can see sporotrichosis. These are pustules, you can see. These are granuloma. These are the hyphae and conidia. Okay? So this is the sporotrichosis. Diagnosis microscopic KOA. Usually negative. ليه negative? Again, the fungi is scanty, قليلة, very few. But there is characteristic in the lesion. If you do biopsy and stain it, you can see asteroid body. This is the asteroid body. It is a yeast surrounded by amorphous eosinophilic rays. زي الإشعاعات eosinophilic لونها وردي. eosinophilic. هذه is called asteroid body. عبارة أنه fungus surrounded by this amorphous material. Culture different diagnosis in culture. This fungus you may grow it more rapidly than others in 2 to 5 days. And it is characterized by dimorphism. Can grow at 37 and 25 degrees centigrade. التريتمنت زي ما حكينا سابقا بالدرماتوفايت itraconazole is the best treatment. Or you can use oral saturated solution of potassium iodide, SSK1, and oral terbinafine are alternative to itraconazole. ترى في الميكولوجي ما في غير ثلاث أربع أدوية فقط هي المستعمل عادة في المستشفيات. Systemic, if there is systemic involvement, you can use amphotericin B, which has antifungal effect. You can prevent it in the mines في مناجم الفحم الحجري by spraying the woods of the caves of mines with antifungal material. تعرفون مناجم الفحم الحجري عميقة وفيها أخشاب تسند كهوف الفحم الحجري فترش بمادة انتيفنجل. مايسيتوما. شو هذه المايسيتوما؟ المايسيتوما واحد بيمشي حافي يصير عنده انجري تخش الفنجاي انواع. So trauma to food, multiple fungi, عدة أنواع. Also actinomyces like nocardia, bacteria. يعني fungus or bacteria. You get massive induration and drainage sinuses. Sinuses يعني مكانات to produce pus material. Mainly it occurs in tropics and damp area in bare-footed individuals اللي يمشون حافين بأفريقيا يا مكترها. Okay? Once it is established, it's difficult to treat. Multiple fungi. The last one is chromoblastomycosis. Here we have multiple species of pigmented saprophytic fungi like Thyanophora and the Gladophyalophora. Thyanophora and the Gladophyalophora. On the foot or leg, bare foot can be infected by fungi. You get papule, wart fly, wart يعني زي الثالوث. ثالوث. Wart fly and extension. You can see it like that. This is blastomycosis. Okay? وشوف هاي البودي. It's called the muriform body. Okay, so you get papule, wart-fly extension, KOHM culture we use for diagnosis. You can see branching hyphae and conidia. There are characteristic bodies زي ما حكينا الاسترويد bodies قبل شوي. هون في muriform midlar bodies إما تسمى muriform or midlar bodies. These are brown, look at them, brown, pigmented, thick-walled, multi-septated globose structure, يعني كريات globose structure. The treatment by surgery, or you can use flucytosine or itraconazole. نفس الأدوية اللي ذكرناها. Any question?